begin with the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Greetings, my name is Frank Brown, and I'm with my brother,
Abdul Haq Islam.
and we are reporting for the Northeast Political Prisoners Coalition. This is our podcast. We are on the streets of Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. I'm here today focusing on the Islamic religion and those Muslims and their role in the release of all political prisoners. To contact us, the Northeast Political Prisoners, you can contact us at freedomall2016 at gmail.com. Northeast Political Prisoners Coalition, WordPress.com, and P.O. Box 380122, Brooklyn, New York 11238. Follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook and Twitter. Abdul Haq, I just want to take time to focus on your time while you were incarcerated, as well as your faith in Islam, and what does that mean regarding people's personal responsibility as well as collective responsibility in freeing all political prisoners.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah barakatuh. As a Muslim, when I was incarcerated, I shared the view of other Muslim political prisoners that not only is Islam a method for purification of the soul, to uplift the soul, but also that Muslims have a duty to fight against all evil. You understand? Oppressive, cruel, violent systems, that take people's rights, that dehumanize people, that dog people, you understand, that rip their lands and their resources, that murder hundreds of thousands of people, you understand, to build very, very rich empires, you understand. As a Muslim, you understand, I believe it's our duty to fight against that, and the Quran says to fight against that.
I think that's very interesting, and if you had to speak to a fellow Muslim, what would you tell them directly?
I would tell them directly that this is part of the deen, that standing up against injustice is part of Islam, you understand? To get rid of that fear, that timidness, that softness that the enemy wants to put in you, you understand, by intimidation, you understand, by a world war that he has launched against people. They want us to be cowards. They want us to be self-hating. They want us to be corrupt. You understand? They want us to be snitches and all that. You understand? So Islam, you understand, as the purification of the soul, purifies us of those destructive evils that the enemy tries to put in us through his system.
Oh, that's an excellent point. And so, we could keep this video very short, or this episode of our podcast very short and to the point, because we want as many people as possible to watch it and share it, and just hold your fellow Muslims and all those of any faith to being responsible, to taking a position when it comes to political prisoners. And please subscribe to the Northeast Political Prisoners Coalition podcast, as well as to our Facebook. And just catch us online, and just let us know what you're willing to do, and what resources you have to help us to continue to do this work wherever and whenever is possible. What's the call?
Free them all.
What's the call?
Free them all.
Oh, you had closing remarks, brother?
I want to say something about Imam Jamil. I had something long I want to say, but I'm going to make it short. During Imam Jamil's trial, I camped in his masjid. And Sekou, I want to say, hey, brother, look here. Assalamu alaikum, Sekou. At Fajr time, there were so many people at Fajr that it looked like Juma. Every morning, Imam Jamil, and he would, Imam Jamil was a very, very strong spiritual leader. You understand? And this is what he put in his soldiers to get up, make that Fajr. You understand? He put in the young men to control your lower desires. You understand? That this power in our humanity, you understand, is to be directed against evil, to be directed against oppression. Imam Jamil was good at doing that. Imam Jamil said, anybody can fight, but everybody can't win. He said the price of winning is high. The price of winning is to operate on the level of your Nafsi al-Mutmainah, which is the highest level of the self. Imam Jamil had great expertise in raising people to that level. You understand? To break the slavery to the lower desires called the Nasi al-Amara. You understand? This Imam Jamil had great great expertise in these areas, you know. So this brother needs to be free. He helped clean up the West End neighborhood of all those drugs. Brother Batulu, another Muslim, you understand, I was in jail with him, you know. He was called Scooby on the street. He had a reputation for standing up against anything, against any giant. You understand? They had this, you know, they talked about this dude, Joe Pesci in the movie, that he would fight anybody. But Mutulu, you know, in real life, you understand, was totally fearless. You know, in the middle like we have today, when we have 1,500 racist militias in the woods right now with rifles and guns training to kill you. You understand? We need this strong, invincible type of spirit among our people. You understand? Maroon Schultz, he also had this type of winning attitude to go up against all odds for self-defense. There he is right there. You understand? He escaped twice, you know, and he vibed on freedom. You understand what I'm saying? So this invincibility of the warrior spirit that our political prisoners had, you know, to stand up against the most violent, the most murderous system in the history of the world. You understand? These brothers need to be out here free with us. They loved our people. We need to show them some love and fight for their freedom. Power to the people.
Power to the people. And
Freedom all.
right now, before we leave, I just want to leave with some words from Russell Maroon Schultz. This is the book. Get it if you haven't got it. And on page 53, where it says, "Wake up taxpayers," it says, "I have a suggestion. Send some of those hard-pressed college students into the prisons to prepare both the prisoners and guards to permanently leave these places and become productive assets in a 21st century sustainable workforce. Then there won't be any need for so many prisons with no solitary confinement and brutality for idle young people. When the prisoners leave, they will be educated enough to not want to return to prisons in order to be tortured in isolation cells, and the taxpayers can direct their hard-earned dollars into more youthful projects." So this brother has ideas that can be used by our community. So this is very important to get them home. What's the call?
Free them all.
What's the call?
Free them all.
What's the call?
Free them all.